Hey guys, welcome back to Polly's Paper Studio. You are watching day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas in July series. If you're just joining in, I will leave a link at the top of the description for day 1 so that you can see our beautiful Christmas mini album we created yesterday. And before I get into this project, I do want to give a special shout out to the tech hubby who at the last minute and under pressure was kind enough to add some beautiful snow animation to our new intro. So thanks tech hubby for being a champ. You are amazing. Today we are bringing you some down home country charm with this card. Now I think nothing says country charm better than plaid, so I have paired that with some handcrafted flowers and altered chipboards and beautiful ribbon trims to create this very dimensional and very charming Christmas card. So let's make this together. For today's project, I picked this Christmas Noel tablet. It's 8x8 from Holtz Idea-ology, and it's basically the most perfect collection of plaids and foliage and some shiny and some foiled, and it's all a really good scale and there is a lot of variety. Unfortunately, I will be going through this very quickly as there is only 2 of each pattern, so I'll have to get on and get another of these ordered because I am basically obsessed with it. And then I also mixed in the wooden pattern from Amber Moon. So this one is Prima, and I just liked the different tone of the wood grain for my card today, so I mixed that in as well. Here's my card base. It's 6x6 white cardstock and it's square, and I have already added a portion of that pattern paper on the inside in a section for sentiment to be added. So I am going to add my first layer, and I normally do not cut out the middle of papers when I make a card, but this plaid is so precious that I could not bear to waste any of it. So I did take a square die and remove the center portion, and I'm going to use this green cardstock matting throughout, and it's just a regular 65 pound weight cardstock, and I'm going to layer these on using the double-sided adhesive. So my next layer is the portion that I cut out. It was the reverse side, and it just goes so perfectly with that plaid. Now I have already added a little of that faux snow around the corner just for a little extra detail, and then another of that green matting. You see how perfectly that matches the foliage? And I want to add this wood grain to the bottom, and that was from that Prima paper pad. I just have it so that it is the same width as the bottom, and it will share the border for that foliage piece. Now, look at the difference. You'll notice if I just add this back on here, it does look nice, but because this is dark and that's fairly dark, it kind of gets a little bit muddled. Now I'm going to add my top panel to the white cardstock, and you'll see how much that next layer pops. So I put a little Tombow Mono Multi adhesive on that, and I'm just going to center this. Because I added foam to the back for dimension, I did want to add a little bit of extra adhesive. And now this portion, you see how much nicer that pops off of those patterns, and it really helps to define the raised area right in the center of that matting layer. So my next layer is going to be this beautiful chipboard frame. This is from Gypsy Soul Laser Cuts. I've got a flat white acrylic paint base coat added, and then a little bit of stickles. That just gives it a very small amount of sparkle and a little bit of extra detail, and I'm going to add it here off center just slightly because I know I'm going to be adding a lot of flowers and other additional details, and I don't want this to get lost under all of those layers. So I think Tombow Mono Multi is going to do the trick to get it adhered. I think this frame would look really lovely if you had green on the leaves and red for the holly berries and still added a little bit of that sparkle with the stickles. But for this purpose, I just kind of wanted it to be a texture. Make sure when you add your chipboards that you give them a minute to set up for that adhesive. Here's a cute little frame element, and I cut that with my tonic gold mirror cardstock and then layered it over a journal cut apart, and I believe that is from Pebbles. I will have to look. I know I got it from scrapbook.com, but it does look really sweet when it has that scallop stitched mirror cardstock frame, and that makes it more of a focal point. I've got a couple of flower arrangements here, and I made these flowers. The red ones with the plaid are from that Tim Holtz paper pad. Was just this pattern here. And I used my Cinch and Go poinsettia. I made a fair few of them just because I knew I wanted to have them ready to use on my prep day, which I made quite a few flowers, but these matched my project for today. So these are all just cut and shaped with a stamen added. And then I did add today some faux snow. This is just a nice detail. It isn't hard to put on. It goes pretty quickly, but you do have to let it dry before you can work with it again, and that's fine because you can just work along for the rest of the card and then come back to it. So I very subtly added it. I didn't go all over and crazy. It just mostly at the tips and not every one, and that makes it look a little bit more natural and organic. So for the arrangements, I've added the plaid flowers to the center and then brought the white out for a little contrast. Here is those holly leaves, and I've got the dark green, and then I added the lighter green tone just to freshen it up and make it a little bit brighter. And then I've also added, I don't know how well that shows, a very sweet little chipboard snowflake. This is from the Snowflakes miniature from Gypsy Soul Laser Cuts again, painted in a flat white acrylic, and then added just a bit of stickles for sparkle. There's a couple of twine loopy bows tucked in there as well to fill in the arrangement, and I did these off project because I like to have everything adhered. That way I can move it around and make sure that I have it just where I like it and not covering any of the words or image for the center. There's a smaller arrangement for the top, so it just has one of the larger flower and two of these smaller flowers cut from Cherry Lynn Designs. These are cherry blossom flowers, and it just has a different color stamen just so that it has a nice variety, but all of the other elements are there just in a smaller scale, and that's going to go on the top. And now you can see why I like to make my arrangements off project, because I was able to get that exactly where I wanted, and all the flowers moved at one time. Let's cut this extra twine. This is May Art ivory burlap string from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And last but not least, I have a beautiful satin bow printed with a lovely pattern here, an additional loopy twine bow and some jingle bells. Here is a charm. This is beautiful pine cones on a branch. I do not mind mixing silvers and gold at all. I think that it just adds a nice detail and sparkle, so I'm okay with that. These came from the Funkie Junkie boutique as well as the paper pad. In the description I will link all of these brands so that if you want to check them out you can find information there. And I'm just going to add this right here on the side. And that completes day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas in July series. You can find links in the description for these products as well as our social media sites. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook and our blog and our Etsy shop. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!